My dear students, in last class we were discussing about vegetative propagation, and there we have seen how potato, onion and ginger undergo stem modification and how the new plants are produced from stem modification undergoing plants like potato, onion and ginger. Now let us move to the next type of vegetative propagation by root modification. Here the examples taken are carrot, beetroot and sweet potato are the examples for root modification. Now here what happens is a portion of these plants like a carrot, beetroot and sweet potato is modified for storage of starch and water inside the root. So this part of this plant will develop into is made possible to grow new plants. So that is the importance of root modification. Now next example is for leaf modification. Leaf modification, the example given in your textbook is bryophyllum. Now in case of bryophyllum, what happens is, as you know, this is also undergoing a method of asexual reproduction called vegetative propagation. And here what happens is the leaf of bryophyllum is broad enough. It's very broad and it has notches on its margins. Now see here children, you can see that some appearance of some notches can be seen on the margins of the leaf, and this is in the form of a bud. These notches will appear in the form of a bud, and these buds eventually when the plant matures and when the leaves started see formation of buds, now these buds will detach from the parent body and it will develop and it fall down in a suitable medium in contact with the soil, and each notch or each bud will detach from the parent leaf and it will parent plant, that is the buds are forming on the margins of the leaf, and each notch or the bud will later develop into a new plant. This is how leaf modification takes place in bryophyllum. This is the example which is given in your textbook for leaf modification, bryophyllum. Now see, the stem modification, root modification and leaf modification are examples for natural propagation, natural vegetative propagation. And let us move to artificial method of vegetative propagation, that is cutting, layering and grafting. This is another technique of vegetative propagation. This is artificially created vegetative propagation methods. So now let us move to the first method of artificial propagation, that is cutting. Now what happens in case of cutting? The example taken here are rose, crotons and tapioca are the examples for cutting process of vegetative propagation. In case of cutting, see you can take example for rose plant. You can cut the stem into 2 or 3 pieces. From a healthy stem portion, you can cut the stem and a piece of the stem, or see you can see a piece of a stem is placed in a suitable medium where there is such as moist soil with all the sufficient nutrients in the soil. If you place it in a suitable medium and if all the conditions are favorable for the further growth of that cutting, then it will develop into a mature plant. So this is the practice of vegetative propagation by method of stem cutting, that is in case of rose, crotons and tapioca. The parts of the plant which undergoes vegetative propagation is by means of by using stem, and the process is cutting. Now let us see what happens in case of layering. This is the next method of vegetative propagation, that is artificial method of vegetative propagation by means of layering. See, in case of layering, the example taken here are jasmine, strawberry, etc. are examples for which follows the layering method of vegetative propagation. Now here what happens is, now in case of layering, what happens is, see example taken here as I told you, jasmine and strawberry. Now see here, you can see that the process of layering is the development of a root on a stem, which is when the stem is still attached to the parent plant, it will get separated. So the technique is like this. You can say an extended portion of the stem which will be taken and it will be just like See, you can see it is it is immersed in soil, and proper nutrients and water can be supplied in this region, and after some days we can see the formation of roots. You can see here there will be formation of roots from this portion. So when it get mature, you can see the small tendrils will start. See, you can see the formation of roots, and from this portion, see, if you cut the plant from this portion, see, it will develop into an independent plant. Like this portion will be one plant, and the remaining portion will grow into a separate plant. So this is the method of on large scale we can plant plants like this. This is the method of layering. Now let us move to the, so examples are jasmine and strawberry like plants are cultivated on large scale by means of layering method. Now the next method is grafting. So you can see the example for grafting is roses and peaches. So this method is practicable for, see, these are all, grafting is a method of horticultural technique. So that is in which we will use two types of plants to join to get, I mean from the same species, two different types of plants with a different color or different types of flowers produced or the fruits produced will be attached together by special technique, and it will appear together in the form of growing in the form of a single plant. So that is the method of grafting. Now see here, this is the parent plant. This is the method of grafting. See, this is the parent plant. Suppose if this plant, suppose for example, if it is a rose plant which bears a different color of flower and the texture of flower is different, and this is another type of rose plant in which it bears another different color of flowers and the pattern of flowers produced. So what we are going to do is we will cut and remove a portion of healthy portion of this plant from this portion, and here a small cut is made, and the parent plant is called stalk, and the plant in which we are going to attach here with is called a scion. So we will cut and remove a portion of this plant, and we will attach this with a sufficient quantity of nutrients, and we will attach this along with the cut which is made in the parent plant. This is called the mother plant. So here a cut is made from here, and this portion which is cut and removed will get attached with this portion, and here it will be tied with the proper nutrients, and a thorough cutting covering is made, and after some few days we can see that a new branch will start growing from here, which will bears a combination characters of both the plant. So this is how grafting method is applied for plants like roses, peaches, and many other plants are undergoing the same method of grafting technique for artificial vegetative propagation. So this is one of the most important horticultural technique. So these are all some of the methods of vegetative propagation. So let us go back once again. What are the methods we have discussed in vegetative propagation is regarding stem modification. Then we have taken examples like a potato, onion, and ginger, and for root modification we have taken examples like a carrot, beetroot, and a sweet potato, and for leaf modification the example given in your textbook is bryophyllum. So how the bryophyllum undergoes vegetative propagation by the formation of buds, and the buds will get detached from the parent body, and each one will develop into a new plant. Now see here, these are all natural methods of vegetative propagation, whereas the artificial method of vegetative propagation are cutting, layering, and grafting. Cutting examples are rose, thus normal stem cutting is practiced here, and even you know about tapioca, how the cultivation is made. Then about and crotons, if the stem portion it is, if you take a stem portion and if you allow it to grow, it will develop into a healthy plant. So layering is the next method of vegetative. This is all see, on large scale production of jasmine plant, layering method is practiced. Now grafting is another horticultural technique in which different colors of roses are produced by means of grafting technique. Now here two plants are selected, a mother plant and the plant in which we are going to take the stem portion from. So the parent plant is called a stalk, and the plant from which we are going to take the stem portion is called a scion. So stalk is from the stalk itself, you can see later it will give a combination of the characters of both the plant. So these are all some of the methods of vegetative propagation, and in next class we can start with the tissue culture, the micropropagation, that is the tissue culture method. We can continue in the next class. So that is all for today's class, children. Study this.